You didn't hear that.
You didn't hear it.
Nope, never mind. We'll let him.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and MayesBoy 91, Medekai and Call Sign Suitcase. And
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Maximum Mouthage Mayhem.
I don't think it was that. I think it was old people smell.
Echo. The rainbow.
It's Magma and the tiny
and
horse.
The tiny horse.
Damn.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, I think I just
Maximum Mouthage Podcast.
Season 3.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
We're back.
Yes.
I was sick last week, and now I'm back. Here it is.
And
Yes.
Yay!
little weak, but yes, we are back after.
Hold on, let him shake the bottle first.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are back after the holidays and New Year's.
Holidays, New Year's, getting sick. Both of us.
Yeah, I missed
Bunch of nonsense.
sitting here, hanging out, and talking.
We missed y'all.
Yes.
It's been a long
even you behind the
fucking
couch.
week, boys.
What was what?
What?
Never mind.
But yeah, we got a handful of things to talk about. Figured we will just start off with some.
We got a new format.
Yeah, we're gonna just start off
And
with
I'm
some
opening
general
cards.
Of course. And I figure we'll just start off with some general stuff we want to talk about, and then at the end we'll just talk about the main subject we want to talk about. So, Medekai, do you want to start?
This morning is the part I have like 3 rants. No, 4 now.
Oh boy.
So this morning,
Oh
get my
boy.
drinks and all that for work because I don't feel like building a tab up at work.
Yeah.
So grab normal Sprite. Just fine, dandy.
You
Go
having
buy
fun
it.
cranking it over there?
Yes.
Yeah, you done?
Damn.
And I get it. Take a drink from it when I get to work. Tastes a little bit off to me. Not like a bad off, just not what I signed up for when I bought Sprite.
Yeah.
In small print over the red border, which I just figured out was just like holiday special wrapping for it, they still got winter spiced cranberry. So
Want a Sprite cranberry?
you still had the lemon lime flavor of Sprite, but they put enough cranberries where you taste it, and it just threw everything off.
Yeah.
I mean, I drank it because I paid for it, but I wasn't happy about it.
Yeah, don't you hate that?
Yeah, I wasn't happy about it. I'm like, whatever. I'll
That's
drink
like
it.
Fair enough.
that's like the big problem with like getting older and you pay for your own shit. It's like I really don't want to throw this out because I
But
just spent
it's-
$20 on it.
Like at a glance, it just looks like a normal Sprite thing. I showed my man, I'm like, manager, I'm like, okay, is this just like normal Sprite bottle to you? She's like, yeah. And I pointed the thing out. She's like, ew. I'm like, yeah. I'm not happy about this, but I'm gonna drink it anyway.
Mm-hmm. That actually happened to me back when we were in middle school.
Oh yeah.
Remember when they had the milk machine?
The milk machine. I miss the days of the ye old milk machine.
The milk machine or the Snapple machine? Is it the one right
The milk
next to it?
machine.
The milk machine.
Yeah. It
I-
took me a second. Sorry.
I remember there was like, I got some cash in my pocket. I'm going to get a chocolate milk. Well, I didn't get a chocolate milk. I got some kind of like coffee flavored. Yeah, and I drank it. It's like, gross.
Like you're signing up for chocolate and you get that coffee kick. Ugh.
Yeah. Fucking gross, dude.
I don't know how you people drink coffee. You're insane.
It's probably the reason why I don't like coffee because of that, honestly.
I've stopped with my coffee because it goes right through me in a matter of like 20 minutes.
Well, yeah.
I'm just like, nope, not doing it.
I mean, that's the majority of coffee drinkers. Like, that's the thing with coffee.
Uh-huh.
You drink coffee and it's like, yep, gotta poop.
I think it's extra fast on these because I have cold bladder.
Yeah.
So my manager goes, you should stop drinking that. Yeah, you should stop drinking yours too.
Yeah.
Because hers is so watered down with other crap. There's no coffee taste to it, but it's actually like a frap.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's got it so watered down with other stuff. I'm just like, this actually looks gross. Yeah, it's because I didn't have a taste of it because I'm not tasting her backwash.
Yeah.
But just a sniff of it, I was like, this actually smells disgusting.
Yeah.
It smells like ass.
Although, to be honest with you, one of the drinks that she used to get like a hardcore hibiscus drink.
Hibiscus.
She actually got me one time. It's like, this tastes pretty good. I wouldn't get it fucking 4 or 5, 6 of them a day because they're like $5 drinks. But
I'll throw her under the bus for this. She'll get one and it's half gone by the end of the day. She doesn't touch it and then she ends up throwing it away.
Yeah.
'Cause she don't drink it.
She's not as bad as she used to be, though.
Oh,
Because
I've heard the stories about how bad she used to
well, with these hibiscus drinks, they're like yay big.
Yeah,
like
they're decently sized.
They're huge drinks. Like he said, she would drink like almost half of it, and then she'd get another one midday, and she'd get a third one at night.
Yeah,
and they're $5 drinks. So what? $15
$15 a day. It's like, bro, you could get another one for the 2 that you just.
Yeah, I mean it's good,
whatever.
But I wouldn't go that far, man.
I understand getting the fresh one, whatever, but finish the one you got first.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, over the...
That's if you're paying money for it.
Yeah. No, and over the holidays, it's difficult, especially when you just have like one single paycheck coming in because, well, and plus I have some gigs on the side. So trying to get gifts for people and trying to get efficient amount for everybody, which I'm still going to get. I already gave it to Medekai, but I'm going to give you guys birthday gifts too. Or not birthday gifts.
Happy birthday
Yeah.
to me!
Christmas gifts. I just gotta wait until all this tax crap blows over.
I'm sorry, that's so funny though.
And by y'all in plural, that means you and tall and skinny.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
I was wondering if you got them there yet.
Not yet, but I just don't have
Well, speaking
extra
of tall and
money.
skinny's in Georgia, anyways, come flying back in tomorrow.
Bastard. Here, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take 25 vacations in the past 3 months.
Yeah,
That is
he
true.
literally. We went to Retro, so he got the time approved off for that, and then left to go to Georgia back in October.
Exactly.
And then he came back for whatever, like, then he left for Georgia again.
little stinker.
It's like, okay, like, more power to him. Let him go spend his time with his family. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
but since I have my own place, I wanted to have a New Year's party here, which I understand why you didn't want to go.
Oh, yeah.
Because Medekai was just dead after
I-
dealing with people through New Year's and customers and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't blame
I
him.
had to work New Year's Eve till 6:30. I was like, no, I'm game over.
And then his landlord, which is my friend, I wanted him to hang out, but he was hanging out with his family. So it's like, okay, that's fine. Luckily, my aunt and uncle, they have a New Year's party every year.
To be fair, I did make it to midnight, and then I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! I had to make it to midnight. I was working.
Yeah, and Suitcase sadly had to work. So it's like, well, I guess I'm going back to my uncle and aunts, which I don't mind doing their party. But it got to the point before I had my house, I was doing it every year. So it just got old. But when I went back this year after, it's been a few years actually since I've done it, we actually had less people there. So we actually had like an efficient amount of people because they have like a pool table, a ping pong table, and a foosball table. So we actually had like a decent amount of people to play each.
Woo!
Instead of having like double the amount of people.
And then half of them sit out.
Yeah. So I think it was actually better with less people.
Good.
And plus I was hanging out with cousins I rarely ever hang out with. So and it was good. Did the ball drop, had some food, and hung out. I stayed till probably like 1:30, 2 o'clock. Then it's like, okay, I'm going home.
Sorry, I'm swapping chairs.
Hell yeah!
I'm tired of kneeling down for that microphone.
Yeah. I mean, you could just adjust the mic stand.
It wasn't going to go any higher. That was as high as it would have gone up there. I'm good now.
Okay.
I'm good now.
We're doing it.
I'm good. I'm here. I promise. We're here.
But what stuff to have?
I'm just
If you
kind
don't,
of
as
here.
I said, I've got like 3 rants.
So, as I was going through the holidays and just scrolling through Facebook videos,
Yeah.
I found one dude on here, and it seems like one of those things. It's like, yeah, you could watch it because it's just kind of a mundane task, but there's a guy that follows these Japanese folks around and records their daily lives at work.
Stalker.
And It's just kind of like a biography thing. It's like it just shows off what they do for their company and what their job position is. And it's really interesting, honestly, because one of the ones he did,
Their lifestyle's a whole bunch different than
Oh,
ours.
yeah,
It's
especially
kinda
for
wild.
fucking school kids.
It's kind of...
Because
I've seen some of those, too.
Because these kids that he followed from this family, it was common for like young 3rd, 4th, 5th graders to walk to school without having to worry about gangs or anybody trying to pick them up and steal them. And that's how safe Japan is, apparently.
Yeah.
And on top of that, one of the things they teach them is all of the students and teachers go out and clean the leaves up from the schoolyard.
There you go.
And it's like, can you imagine if we tried to push that on kids in America?
Wouldn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't do
100%
it.
would not happen.
And if we had to do that, we would probably just be messing around.
Yeah, 100%.
True.
But you see these kids like almost like literally running back and forth with barrels full of leaves. And the teacher's like, there's no need to run. You don't have to tire yourself out. But it's like, that is insane. They get the teachers and the kids to clean the schoolyard.
Yep.
And that's just boggles my mind, and some of the things that these people had to do for their jobs. There's a delivery driver this woman was doing for a job, and she had to like make sure the car was safe, the wheels are good, they're blown up, there's no the lights are working, and she had to check that multiple times a day.
Yeah, make sure the car's working.
And then there was another dude that he was a manager at a karaoke bar. You know how they have the separate rooms for karaoke? Yeah. And like his job, he gets 50% off on food.
That's sick.
Bro?
It's like, bro, that is awesome. It's like, I don't care if I have to make my own food. I get a 50% off.
Yeah.
And like just the level of cleanliness they have, it's like it just blows my mind that
Someday we'll go.
yeah, it's like I would love to do that. That'd be fucking awesome.
Maximum mouthage Japan trip.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Metakai gets lost in a karaoke bar.
Man, I'm getting lost in the stinking Pokemon stores they got there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sleeping there.
Mommy, this trainer plushie looks weird. That's because it's a man.
Don't touch
See
me.
that.
Don't touch me. You gonna feed me? Yeah.
Honestly, though, if we did go to Japan, I'd probably be losing weight because A, we'd probably be walking everywhere.
Yeah.
B, the food is actually like real food, and we're not getting like McDonald's and shit.
It says you. I'm going.
Says
to,
you.
I'm going to Japan
Listen,
McDonald's.
can you
yeah.
imagine the toys in the Japanese McDonald's Happy Meals?
Yeah, it's like a little toy with batteries in it. It's like a fucking giant Godzilla.
You
mech
click
monster.
You click it. Yamete. What? Nani? You click it. Omae wa mu shinderu. Nani? Your head explodes. Just, oh shit.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I would love to go to Japan. I think that's just why I find these videos so interesting because it's like I would love to go to Japan and just to fucking explore and shit. Fucking of course, game hunting too, because that's one of the major things I want to do. And plus, just the fucking scenery that would be in Japan.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you said, those fucking like
I just want to see a genuine cherry blossom tree.
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking love to do that fucking shit.
Like
dude.
not one that's been imported from Japan. Let me go to Japan and see an actual planted in the ground
Blossom.
genuine cherry blossom tree.
The only thing I don't want to see is a Japanese murder hornet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's another girl I follow on TikTok that says it's kind of scary to go outside sometimes. Those things are fucking huge.
Yeah.
But
Thankfully, they're mainly in like the countrysides. They're not really in the city all that much.
yeah. What else you got, Metakai? You said you had a few things.
Well, do you want the two you know about or my mystery rant right now?
Mystery rat.
Whatever you want to throw on the podcast, dude.
So, Suitcase reminded me of this. I had this conversation with a friend with the beard who we got to get on this podcast here soon.
Okay.
I'm assuming you know about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Yeah.
Sadly.
That is part of the kickoff of the Twisted Childhood universe.
Yes, I've heard about this.
They're doing more.
Dear God. Wasn't there
Joy.
There's like a Bambi coming.
Bambi's coming. So this Bambi
Bambi's
one
coming?
is,
Damn, that's scary.
there's, I think it's a brother and sister or mom and kid stuck in the woods with a feral deer named Bambi who has a taste for human flesh.
Hell yeah.
And then they're going to do Peter Pan, which is Wendy is on a mission to go rescue Michael, who's been kidnapped by Peter Pan.
Now, I can actually see...
That would be a good one.
I can actually see that be good because...
Oh, I've seen the
When,
trailer.
like
It looks
you know,
wild.
it looks all like harmless and shit. But you have some dude fly in your window and let's go to Neverland and you'll never
I'm
come
gonna
back.
take you to Neverland,
Yeah,
and we're
but-
gonna play sword fight.
Yeah,
but
it's like-
not with swords.
That can actually
with
be,
our dicks.
but that can actually be turned into a horror movie. I can see that.
And
I
they've-
mean, Winnie the Pooh's just dumb. Weren't they
oh
doing
no,
this?
they're making a third one.
They're making a third one now.
There's a second Blood and Honey.
Yes,
Tigger's in this one.
in the third one.
No, Tigger's in the second one.
Oh, great! What's in the
So
third one?
the reason it was only Piglet, well, the first one, it's essentially Christopher Robin is off to college, but Pooh and Piglet are ticked off because seemingly they think he forgot them. So they just turned into bloodthirsty killers now. Piglet arguably being the worst one out of them.
They ate Eeyore too.
Yeah, they ate Eeyore.
Why?
And
Hungry.
so they pretty much hunt and torture Christopher Robin, who's now healing in the beginning of the second one. But now the second one, they put in Tigger.
I thought he died in the first one.
No, he's alive. So the only reason they didn't put Tigger in the first one is because the only two that were in public domain right now were Piglet and Pooh. Because Tigger came later. So now it's been over 100 years. So now Disney doesn't exactly own the rights to Winnie the Pooh. So now they can do whatever they want with Tigger. So they're putting him in this. And in this third one, we're getting Rabbit, Owl, and the Heffalumps. And the Woozles.
Oh boy.
Gosh.
Yep.
So why wouldn't Disney redo the names?
Because nobody cares for Winnie the Pooh anymore. Unless you're talking to the old school stuff. So
But they still own
their contract ran out.
Yeah, but they still
No, because
own
Winnie the Pooh was a book first, and
Yeah,
the
but
rights
they
were
still
sold. The rights were
own-
sold to Disney for 100 years, and that's over.
Huh.
Well, no, public domain. It's just a public domain thing.
Yep. Yeah. So now they've got upcoming. It's Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, Bambi the Reckoning, Pinocchio Unstrung, and
Where are they going?
Pooniverse Monsters Assemble.
Pooniverse.
It's now they're bringing.
Pooniverse.
Yes, that's what they're calling it. It's either the Twisted Childhood Universe or the Pooniverse.
The Pooniverse.
Universe?
Yep.
Sounds like a porn movie.
Yeah. Are they
Uh,
doing? Are they doing
Pooniverse.
I'm going to tell you stuff from all the movies because they got a little bit. So, as I said, for Peter Pan, Wendy's trying to track down Peter, who's kidnapped Michael. Tinkerbell's an obese drunk addict.
Hell yeah.
Hooked on heroin, convinced it's pixie dust.
Let's
Oh my
go.
gosh, that's funny. Wait, aren't they doing? They did a horror.
It's set to be released in 3 days.
Now hold on a sec. Didn't they do a horror movie for Popeye too?
Yeah, they did.
They did one for the Grinch. I don't remember Popeye.
No, I'm pretty sure they did one for Popeye. I think one of the previews I saw was Popeye like squeeze somebody or punch somebody so hard like their face just got like smashed.
Probably.
Exactly. It's like what the fuck.
I would never think. I would really love to see like a. It's like, oh,
That's wild.
Popeye's
Did
evil.
you see it?
No, I just read stuff for Pinocchio.
Oh gosh.
Oh, so it's called Pinocchio Unstrung. I went over Bambi because it's Bambi. So Pinocchio Unstrung. The film will follow on James, the son of Geppetto, who meets Geppetto's magical doll Pinocchio and introduces him to the outside world. But Pinocchio's naivete gets the better of him and he embarks on a murderous crusade to eliminate all things bad.
Interesting.
Robert Englund was cast in the lead role, and Robert Englund is Freddy Krueger.
Oh,
Oh man.
Yep. And so
interesting.
in Monsters Assemble, we're getting Pooh, Tigger, Piglet, Owl, Bambi, Peter Pan, Tink, Hook, Pinocchio, and Jiminy Cricket, while also introducing Rabbit, Sleeping Beauty, the Mad Hatter, Cheshire Cat, and others to essentially...
What the hell?
And Mary Poppins.
What the fuck?
It's just going to be a giant fucking battle royale.
While the following month he stated that Peter Pan, Mary Poppins, and the Mad Hatter will be the 3 most villainous characters of the film. They're pretty much all teaming up just to wreak more havoc and chaos.
I love it.
And Blood and Honey 4, it's not just Rabbit, Heffalumps, and the Woozies. Kanga and Roo are showing up too.
Oh gosh.
And
They're
then we
making
got
a 4th one too?
no, this is all in 3. Awakening Sleeping Beauty
Oh my god.
is going to happen, and then Snow White
Is
Returns
it going to have a
happening.
Latina in it?
Probably. There's going to be a Peter Pan sequel, the Mary Poppins one, and then Mad Hatter, which is going to be Alice and the Mad Hatter. So they're running with this. But apparently, I guess the second Blood and Honey was actually much better than the first one because the budget was better.
Yeah.
So the
Hollow
fir-
Legendary.
What'd you get?
Genie.
He ain't the big one. I haven't even looked since the last time we opened a booster box.
Still nice though.
Yeah. But, yeah, they're kind of running with this. I'm slightly intrigued, but also mostly creeped out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to see how they do this right. Because if their budget keeps getting bigger, this could get kind of wild.
Yeah, really.
True. Be like the next Saw series.
But the poster is how they do like the Avengers stuff, where it's all like kind of like their faces and like a thing. And Pooh's riding Bambi.
Incredible.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're going with this. It's kind of great.
Man, yeah.
Because I only knew about Monsters Assemble and Blood and Honey 2 and 3. Or 2. I didn't know they were doing 3. I didn't know they were going through the whole thing.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. So they had conversations with friends. I'm like, this is kind of wild. He had the same reaction to Tinkerbell as you did.
So there was a couple of other things you wanted to talk about, wasn't there?
Excuse me.
God bless you.
So this past week, in the world of sports entertainment,
The WWE.
WWE specifically, Monday Night Raw has moved to Netflix.
Oh boy, that sounds ass.
Oh no, it was kind of great because now they can drop all the F-bombs they want.
Oh really? Sweet.
But the kicker is they didn't do it then, but then The Rock showed up on what they call their developmental territory and dropped it then, but they had to bleep it out because NXT is not on Netflix. But
Well, that's The Rock.
yeah, who
He can do
like
whatever he wants.
considering he part owns this company right now, yes.
I forgot about that.
But they introduced a couple legends as you would for a big milestone like this, like The Undertaker.
Hell yeah.
They introduced one specific one, which a few years ago, 8-9 years ago, everybody would have been happy to see. Now,
Yeah.
no. And that man was Hulk Hogan.
I tell you something, brother.
Oh yeah.
Sorry to be racist, brother.
Since the start of his theme song to when he ended that promo, the boos did not stop.
Yep.
And he ignored it. Why did Hogan get booed? Because he's a racist, egomaniacal scumbag. Period.
Yeah.
Not one person has anything nice to say about Hulk Hogan.
I mean,
There's probably a couple.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, besides the racist stuff that I said, he was always kind of an egomaniac.
Yep. There's
Because
many
if
a story.
things
Oh, I'll tell you
didn't-
something else with the racist stuff.
if things didn't go his way, he'd bitch about it and kiss McMahon's ass and get his way.
Yep.
He'd always win the title. He'd always want to go over.
So,
So he's always kind of had an ego.
He's pulled that with The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Because Undertaker's very first title run came at the expense of Hogan.
Yep.
Because Ric Flair showed up, slid a chair into the ring, and Hogan got tombstone on the chair.
Yep.
Hogan next week says, "Oh, chair messed up my neck. This, that, and the other. I can't do this. Can't do that. Shouldn't have done this, that." They're kind of pretty much just whining to Taker. You go watch that tape back, and you watch it in slow motion. Hogan's head never hits that chair, and Taker knew it.
Yeah.
So it's just Hogan being Hogan. But in terms of the racist stuff, Mark Henry, world's strongest man for Suitcase over. He's got the accolades. He's legitimately the world's strongest man.
Yeah.
He's also a black man. That's why this comes into play. He offers to Mr. Terry Bollea, Hulk Hogan. I'm going to drop your full name. I don't care. He offers to have him tour like black colleges and black high schools and pretty much get education about why the stuff he says is wrong and it's not just going to go away. Hogan said no. Jeez. He wouldn't do it. He's just hoping this dark cloud goes away. And if Raw was any indication, it is not.
Yeah, no.
You're a racist, egomaniac scumbag. And now if this doesn't convince Triple H that nobody wants anything to do with Hogan anymore, something's wrong.
Yeah.
I used to love Hogan. As Mays knows, love Hogan. I could care less.
It's kind of insane when you think about it, though.
It's wild because
somebody like Hulk Hogan who's
on many wrestlers' Mount Rushmores.
Yeah, and he's the one that kind of put wrestling into the mainstream, really.
Yep.
And now all of a sudden, no one gives a shit about him.
And he's right there with Andre. You got Andre, you got Hogan.
Yeah.
And Flair.
It's sad.
But, yeah, now it's...
Like, come on. Here's the thing, though, with what Hogan said. You know how popular you are. You know that you are a superstar.
Exactly.
Everything you say is going to be under a microscope, especially something like that.
Yep.
And it's like, why would you be so fucking stupid? Just throw your fucking career away to where nobody's going to give a shit about you now.
See, his thing now is he's Hulk Hogan. He's hoping it goes away just because he's Hulk Hogan.
That's not how the fucking world works, dude.
It is when you're Hulk Hogan.
Idiot.
But the problem is he can't go under Vince now.
Yeah.
That's my other rant.
So what fully happened to the Vince now? I know the whole case is closed and everything.
Suitcase,
but-
do you know about the case of Vincent Kennedy McMahon, the chairman of the board for World
I know
Wrestling
something
Entertainment?
was fucky, but I don't know what.
So essentially, there was a independent contractor woman and someone who worked in the front office. All convicted Vince of sexual allegations.
Okay.
With either one or both of them pretty much pinpointing a lot of the entire board of directors. That essentially she was akin to human trafficking. Everybody got a turn with her. And Vince was using WWE funds as hush money for it. So their entire yearly budget quota is messed up for it.
Yeah.
Because he's using WWE funds to hush them up.
Dear Lord.
And for one of the clauses in a wrestler's contract, that wrestler being Brock Lesnar, one of the clauses for him coming back was he would get a turn with her.
Dear Lord.
Yeah.
And Brock came back. So what does that tell you? But that was 3 years ago. Vince and John Laurinaitis, who was the executive vice president of talent relations for WWE at the time. So anything talent had issue with, they probably would go to John Laurinaitis. Those two were the ones who they stepped down from WWE. So Vince McMahon there's not a McMahon in charge of WWE if you don't count Stephanie McMahon as a McMahon right now because she's married to Paul Levesque, a.k.a. Triple H. There's not a McMahon in charge of WWE right now because Vince stepped down.
Which is absolutely insane. I knew at some point Vince would step down or
100%.
die, but I didn't expect WWE not being run by a McMahon.
I mean, technically, yes, she is a McMahon. That's her hyphenated last name.
Yeah.
But in all intents and purposes, that's Stephanie Levesque.
Yeah. Exactly.
We got the results of Vince McMahon's trial.
Oh, boy.
Case is over. But, put my beverage down here. So, the results for Mr. McMahon. His civil fine is $400,000.
Holy fuck.
Damn.
He has to reimburse WWE themselves $1.33 million.
Damn.
The independent contractor he sexually assaulted and would promise to ruin her career if she did not engage in a relationship with her. Her settlement was $7.5 million.
Damn.
Holy shit.
And
She can retire now.
this other one was pretty much hush money for silence about their 2019 to 2022 sexual relationship. $2 to $3 million.
Jeez.
Which, yeah, that's a big chunk of money, but you're Vince McMahon. That's like a drop in the bucket, and you're just not worried about it now. He's just like, I'm glad this case closed, this, that, and the other. Everyone's like, get away. Like, go away.
Yeah.
True.
But, yeah, that was... Well, there is that, and there's one more thing in the world of sports entertainment. And that is the John Cena retirement tour has begun.
Mm-hmm.
December 2025. John Cena's done.
Yep.
John Cena will never wrestle in WWE again.
Which, honestly, though, he said like he might do some like backstage stuff.
Yeah.
I think it'd be kind of interesting to see what John Cena would do backstage.
Yeah.
I could pull up a whole bunch of points of what me and Mr. Man with the Beard talked about today with John Cena, but I don't want to make this a wrestling podcast.
Yeah. No, we can
I will-
say
I will
that
say
for
this
the
one
actual
thing.
wrestling.
I'll say this
podcast.
one thing. If not Triple H, there's one man who should break Ric Flair's 16-time world championship record, and that man is John Cena. John Cena has tied it.
Yeah.
John Cena has 16 world title wins. If there's anybody that should break it, it should be John Cena in this tour. If it's
and
not
here's the
Triple
thing.
H.
At this point, I think it should because, no offense to Rick, I wish he would have stayed retired once he had the match with Shawn.
That was the perfect ending to it.
Because after he left and went to TNA, he just kind of took a shit on his career.
And then we don't talk about... Can I do a rant at Rick's last match real quick?
What?
Rick's last match? That tag match? His last match? Also, you ain't getting away with that burp.
I was gonna say
That
nobody.
thing spiked.
Nobody called it out. I just went. It was twice in a row. Just like stereotypical Cartoon Network burp. Just brrr,
Yeah.
brrr.
So,
Go ahead.
a couple years ago, Ric Flair. Mind you, he's retired, run off to the sunset, not doing WWE anymore. WrestleMania 24. Mind you, we're at WrestleMania 41 now, so it's been a long time ago. Wait for it. That was a squeaker.
We're back, guys.
He ended up tag teaming with his son-in-law in like some independent, like sold-out stadium just for this one match against two other folks that he's had careers with. One of them being Jay Lethal, who arguably he had the greatest promo on the face of the planet with. But sitting ringside are Mick Foley, Bret Hart, and The Undertaker.
Hell yeah.
Ric Flair is dehydrated going into this match.
They had to nerf his ass.
Ric Flair blacked out during this match.
Yep.
Ric Flair wanted to take a superplex from the very top rope during this match, and his opponent had to talk him out of it.
Comfy.
Yeah.
And he finally had him do the suplex from the very bottom turnbuckle. I was like, all right, whatever. Win the match. They come backstage. Everybody knows Rick's dehydrated. Everybody knows Rick's screwed up. First person that Ric Flair sees backstage is The Undertaker with 2 Gatorades. And he's going, drink now. And if there's one person you do not argue with, whether it's in the locker room or otherwise, it's The Undertaker.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking Taker, dude. You shut
But
the
yeah,
fuck up and listen.
that last match, and he's just saying, I need to redo my last match. I want to do this. No, you don't.
Look, I know Rick is one of the greatest. I know he...
I will never disagree with that.
But, I mean, I'm personally not much of a fan, but you gotta stop, man. Like, if you're like, I gotta redo my last match, redo it. It's like, dude, you really have to hang your boots up at some point.
Yeah.
Like, you're
There's-
trying to relive your glory days. Like, dude, those days are already
Listen,
gone.
I
man.
understand. Like, I don't understand in this standpoint. But I get it. The itch is there when you're injured. The itch is there when you're retired. Okay. Taker's retired. Taker's done. He's good with that. He'll make the appearances, choke
I was
slam
gonna say,
somebody, be
dude,
done with
Taker
it.
seems fine.
He's
like
good.
he's doing ice baths with his wife. He's doing his podcast and he's doing some random appearances. So
Yo, I want to go to his one dead man show. So bad. That's just him just sitting on stage talking about stories from the past. I wanna do
fuck
that
yeah,
so-
dude.
But he's on this weird thing now for podcasts, and that's like, what do I want to say in the podcast? What do I want to say for my show?
Yeah.
So he's kind of, but he's got like a 30-year career.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyways,
Yeah.
let me not make this full wrestling. We got thoughts and ideas for that, but let me get off the wrestling. That was just the 2 big things that happened to WrestleMania or wrestling.
Fucking.
I'm so comfy.
Do you have anything else you wanted to mention, Malachi?
Sprite, the Monster Symbol,
The Sprite.
Hogan, McMahon.
Bro, I'm so fucking
There-
comfy right
there's-
now.
You look like you can fall asleep.
I might.
There's stuff I could mention, but I can't because we're on air.
Fuck.
No, it's because I work there.
Oh.
Because I could rant about yesterday and today. Won't do it. Can't do it. I'll rant it when we're off air. But other than that, I'm good.
So, oh shit, wrong one.
Good job, dumbass.
He's about to pull. He's about to pull up the list for like Gen 3 Pokemon.
Yeah, Mudkip. But wait a minute.
Wait.
I like Pikachu and Pikachu.
One of the main topics I wanted to talk about this podcast. We have like a whole list of just ideas we want to do for the podcast.
We're talking about the list tonight. That's it.
everything on the list.
You know what
That'd
happens
take
when
a
you talk
while.
about the list? You know what happens?
What happens?
You just made the list.
Oh my gosh!
Shit.
I talk about the list and I make it on the list. Son of a bitch!
We get done with every single topic on the list, then the topic is the list.
Yeah, what ideas are good, what ideas are bad, but no. So one of the things we had on the list, excuse me,
Nice.
Wasn't that, but that's part of it now.
we had our favorite female characters in TVs and movies. So took me a while to figure out this list, but I think I have a pretty solid list. Now, Medekai, you said you do have a list, right?
I have a couple on my list. I might bounce off yours. There's others I don't remember.
All right,
But I
in
do have
suitcase,
my-
you're just going to bounce off us.
I didn't make a list like always.
You were too busy being the real life Pepino and
Too busy working and
Yeah, I
you
don't
know,
blame you.
dying
At this
internally.
point, it's like suitcase. Did you make a list? Nope.
Nope.
All right.
I'm
No,
not going to provide anything
No,
useful
we're-
to the conversation.
This will be a time like season 4 happens. Like I actually made a list. Wait, what?
Excuse me?
What?
excuse me.
Record scratch. Everything just stops. You just made a list.
Exactly. But no, there's a lot of great, strong female characters in these shows and movies that I think we need to mention because they are influential.
I have one
They're-
book one if you want to count that.
All right.
Now that
You
I've
go ahead.
thought about it.
You
But
want to?
no, you go ahead. I'm going to write her down actually.
So
I just thought about it.
I got a whole one. I got 7 that I can think of. So I'll just.
I got more than that.
Oh, do you?
But no, go ahead.
those
Go
are
ahead.
the only ones I can think of off the top of my head, unless I have to sit there and like think. But
I kind of did that when I was supposed to be working yesterday.
Yeah, first couple I thought of, and because of watching. Now, I'll be honest, I am not a hardcore comic reader.
Yep, me
I
neither.
mostly watch the Marvel movies, so I'm basing them off the movies.
Are we doing movies and then TV?
I just kind of mix them together, honestly.
Just checking.
So the first one I got Black Widow.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, how
yeah.
much more badass can you get
Yeah.
as a female character? You're being controlled by this mastermind, and spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie, at the end of the movie she fucking breaks her own fucking nose to not be controlled by him so she can stop him. That's pretty fucking badass.
That's up. No, you're right.
I mean, to fucking save
And
all
then
these other
the
girls
fact-
from being assassins.
I won't count this as like being like this awesome chick, but she's like the only one who can calm Hulk down.
Yeah.
That's saying
Fucking
something.
the Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's just such a badass fucking character.
She could take the Hulk
Exactly.
in a fight. in a fight, right?
Yeah.
In a fight, right?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Hulk smash.
It's that Star Wars meme, in a fight, right? In a fight, right?
Anakin straight face.
Hulk
Oh,
smash.
gosh, the memes. But,
It's like a hamster trying to eat a banana.
going to a TV show. Now, honestly, I enjoyed this show. I didn't watch it too hardcore, but when it was on, I watched it. Fucking Kim Possible.
Oh, Kim Possible.
Oh, God, yeah.
Shit back
Yes.
in the
I
day.
love that
I mean,
show.
she was freaking awesome back in the day.
So, side note. You might not remember the full show, but you remember the older sister in Even Stevens?
No, actually.
No.
That's the voice of Kim Possible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't remember, but yeah, just another badass female character who, when you really think about it, if you're a fucking teenager in school while trying to be a fucking secret agent doing all this shit, missions and shit, that's a lot on your fucking plate.
I like the twist they made with it. Her family knew, and her family's cool with it.
Yeah.
It's not like some big secret thing. Sure, most are like peers and classmates and all that. Ron knew, obviously.
Yeah.
And then the parents knew.
It's the naked Morat.
Yo, Rufus is cool.
Okay, I got named a couple. You wanna go, Medikai, since you sounds like you have got more than me.
Hold on. Okay.
And he's writing down more as we're talking.
I thought more. So I'm just gonna go off TV, and you all will agree with me on this one. Raven from Teen Titans.
Yep.
There you go.
That was numero uno.
Yeah.
When your father is literally about to bring forth the apocalypse and you're the gateway and you got to suffer through that and meditate every day to just keep your own powers under control.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you can still kick any dude in the face that you want to.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I would also say by extension then Starfire.
That's number 2.
Simply because,
She's number 2 on my list.
Like, one of the best episodes I could think of is that episode where the dude was, like, absolutely super racist to her. But at the same time, she was just like, no, brush it off. She's like, it hurts, yes, but, I'm not going to let that dissuade me from who I am.
You don't have to be Raven level of I'm going to kick you in the face. That showed strength right there.
Yeah.
She could easily, I guarantee she could have killed him if she wanted.
Oh, yeah.
She could have killed him.
Oh, yeah, like you've seen Starfire get serious in that fucking show. To the point where it's like, oh, she's going to fucking kill you. But she actually controlled
against her own sister.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
That was a cat fight I'd love to watch.
Yeah.
Also, side note, screw Blackfire.
Yeah.
For movies, I got one for movies. Because technically I did too, because Starfire was number 2. Just from the second movie. No, first movie. Daphne from the live action Scooby-Doo. When she's fighting that one dude. She's got him like pinned down to where he's like against like a railing and about to go through it, and she goes, "Now who's the damsel in distress?" He just goes, "Me." Straight up, jumps over this railing and double foot stomps this dude right through the roof. And like he about Bane broke her back, and she got out of that and just starts beating the crap out of him.
Yep.
I was like, that's cool, because we always thinking Daphne from cartoons, Danger Prone Daphne. She's the one screwing everything up. And then you pull this one out? Yep. That was wild. Loved it. I don't remember the second movie. And then they did spin-offs of the, now they're younger, and then now you got the weirdo things from where they're kids in the live-action movies. I lost interest. First one was the best one. Because you put Scrappy Doo as the villain. That was great.
The second one was really good, too. My favorite part of the second movie was, not to get off topic for too long, the potion
Bro, it's
scene.
maximum mileage. We're going to get off topic.
I was going to say.
The potion scene was so good in 2. Like, them just drinking random potions and Shaggy turning super buff. He's like, hey there, little man. I'm buff.
I remember that, actually.
I remember that, too.
Side note, the dude who played Shaggy in the live action is now voicing Shaggy.
I know. I thought that was so freaking cool when I saw that.
He's done
the official
The
voice
crazy
now.
thing is he's done so much stuff. He was on Critical, or no, he wasn't on Critical. He was on Legends of Evantris.
Yep.
Once.
I saw that.
It was so funny.
He was on,
he's also
he was on Dark and Dice. I remember we played with him.
He's also, and I have to say it just because everybody who knows is going to laugh, Purple Guy!
Yep.
Yeah. It was great.
I can't wait for Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
They have to have Markiplier in it. Because
he couldn't be in the first one because he was doing his own movie.
I know the reason why he couldn't be in the first one. I understand that. But now he has to be in the second one.
He peeks in the door. Hey there, everybody, it's Markiplier. Then he leaves. That's it.
And he just gets attacked by Foxy just randomly.
Scream!
And then it's like, oh, I'm boned. I'm so strongly boned.
Oh.
How many more?
Your turn.
All right. So.
Unless Suitcase has a couple.
No.
That has nothing. I'm waiting for him to go. Raven and Starfire and Kim Possible.
You just hear TV static. So
that was my ass.
So I'm noticing.
You might want to get that checked out then.
Yeah.
I'm noticing throughout my list, I have some very strong-willed characters.
Okay.
And this one, actually, I don't know if you know. Did you start watching Linus?
Nope.
So, okay, none of you guys know this character because you've never seen Linus either. So, Linus is basically what a general story of it is. This woman who works for the government, she has a partner that goes out onto the field and has to do a certain kind of mission and go undercover. Problem is, in order to do this undercover shit, you have to go through very rigorous training. And the rigorous training is literally you getting kidnapped, thrown into a cell, spraying cold water on you while they strip you naked, and test your will to see if you break.
Let's fucking go.
And this woman has seen some shit. She's like been working for the government for years, and she is just this strong-willed, take no shit kind of woman. Because the first like when the show started in season 1, her partner, she literally witnessed her partner die. And if I remember correctly, it was like during this mission, and she was stuck and couldn't get out, and she exploded with like everybody else, like the enemies and everything. So she died. So she had to find a replacement. Now this replacement was off the streets. She used to be in an abusive relationship, and she got into the army. She went up the ranks of the army very quickly. So she had to prove herself that she was prepared for this mission to be the next lioness. Now, again, this woman, now, if I can say her name correctly, Zoe Saldana? Saldana? Which is actually the green chick from Guardians of the Galaxy.
She's Gamora.
Oh, okay.
So,
Which
gives you a picture
avatar.
of what she looks like. So she takes no shit from this woman, and this woman who went up to in the ranks of the army is like screaming at her, yelling at her, wants to fight her, and she doesn't stand down. She's like, "Listen here, sweetheart. This is the government. This is a fucking secret agent shit. You don't fucking intimidate me." And in season 2, now in both season 1 and 2, she works with these mercenaries. They're kind of off the grid, not officially part of the government. They're kind of their own side kind of thing. And one of the mercenaries she works with, she doesn't necessarily agree with him all the time because he kind of does things and asks questions later and could potentially kill everybody. So she really hates how he thinks. So now this mercenary dude compared to her he's probably like 6'2", 6'3", solid 270, 280 of muscle. And she was like, I owe you a punch because what you did almost got everybody killed. So she punches him, no problem. And he's not the kind of guy that's not going to hit back. He fucking punches her in the stomach and drops her.
Damn.
And she gets right back up.
No sell.
Like she's the kind of woman who will shoot and ask questions later. And she's gone through explosions. She's gone through all of this shit. She's just a very thick-skinned woman that takes no shit from anybody. And it's like, dude, this chick is a badass. And what sucks is she does all this government and secret agent shit, and she never sees her family. And she's always afraid that her family is going to be like traced by some terrorist or something. So that's kind of like the whole premise of the lioness, because she's constantly has to be working. She always wants to see her kids and her husband, but she can't because of her job. So on top of all the fucking secret agent shit, all the mercenary killing and fucking sneaking around shit, on top of the lioness shit, she never sees her family. So it's like, damn, there's a lot on this girl's plate. You good there, Suitcase?
I'm very comfy.
Small
Folks,
side note.
if you hear snoring, don't be surprised.
Watch Mojo has released their opinion on the top 20 greatest WWE entrance songs ever. We got to talk about this afterwards.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
I don't like it. I
So-
don't agree.
Quickly going off of her. One of the other TV characters I also like is Carrie from The King of Queens. Now, have you guys ever seen the show?
She's hilarious.
No,
She is
I've never
fucking
seen it.
hilarious.
I've seen clips. And she's funny.
So originally, The King of Queens, it was supposed to be just a basic husband comes home, the wife is all sweet. Oh, did you have a good day, honey?
Mm-hmm.
No. Carrie was like, how about we have a woman that constantly argues with the husband and takes no shit and pinches his nipples and talks back.
Ooh.
So
No, the most recent one I saw was Doug coloring, and then she wants to join in.
that what?
Doug coloring, and then she wants to join in.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Give me the orange."
Yeah.
He's like, "No, I'm using it." Mind
So-
you, right now he's using yellow.
Yeah.
She's like, "I got a rabbit with a carrot. I need it." He's like, "No." He's like, "Give me. I need it." No, give me, I need it. It's like, "I'm telling Dad." No, Dad, you always get what you want.
Yeah, so the whole premise of the show is both Carrie and Doug, they constantly argue with each other. They constantly argue with each other, lie to each other, but at the end they make up and say sorry to each other. And her father lives in the basement. So
He's funny too.
There's always shenanigans going on. They're like Doug tries to do shit behind her back. She does shit behind his back. But there's times where like she'll be so pissed off at her husband, she'll pinch his nipples, and he's like, "There's just scar tissue there now. It doesn't hurt." And then there's times where she was so pissed off at somebody, she's like, "I'm gonna punch your fangs down your throat." So she's the kind of woman who's gonna beat the fucking shit out of you.
Damn.
Sometimes you might deserve it.
Yeah. But dude, that show's hilarious.
Hold on,
So that's my two.
I'm editing my list real quick. So you might remember these ones from the bits you used to watch, but I got two from TV in the same show. Carol and Maggie from The Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Carol had to deal with her abusive husband, even during the apocalypse, and pretty much keep her daughter out of danger. And they were making camp up in the hills a bit, and someone missed it, and I wouldn't necessarily call a herd, small group of walkers end up in the camp. Husband is no. First of all, let me back up. They were camping in a quarry that used to just have like a lake or whatever, so they had water and they could easily guard it and all that. And the head guy at that point, Shane, which was Rick's best friend, a.k.a. also the one who stole his wife, because they just assumed he was dead. I hear and see this one, Suitcase over here fighting to stay awake. He caught onto it, beat this guy to a pulp. Is like, I see or hear about you touching her or any woman in this camp, I will kill you. So now the guy's just staying off to himself. Then they make the new camp. Rick's there, all that, everything. Howdy doody, happy fun times. Rick went back to Atlanta to go do something. I think it was rescue Merle because they chained him to a roof. Because Merle's being a dick. Which, I mean, it's Michael Rooker, a.k.a. Yondu, so of course he's going to be a dick. Small group of walkers came in, and the Carol's husband sleeping in a tent. And something brushed against the tent. He's like, "Go away." Brush against the tent. He's like, "Go away." And Seston keep doing it. He's like, "Go away." So then he gets up, unzips the tent. It's a walker. Right in the neck. He gets bit. They pull. His dude's getting eaten in the tent. And that's how they find out that the walkers are there. But she had to deal with him until he died. She had no guilt for it. Because now her focus can go to her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But then she goes missing they're in the highway. Cars just parked everywhere, abandoned. Now there's a horde of walkers trailing through the highway at the same time. So now everybody is hiding under cars. The girl's like 10, 11 years old, but she's kind of not necessarily got the mind of or younger, but clinging to a teddy bear, all that kind of stuff, which I would get. I would probably be the same way at that age if I'm in the apocalypse. She runs off into the woods. Two walkers end up following her, and this is back to the point where they were running. because they couldn't figure out what they were doing with walkers at the time. Rick runs after her just to get her, take care of the walkers, all that. Tells her, stay right here. Going to get more help or whatever. Comes back, she's gone.
Oh, no.
They don't find her for like another like half a season. So everybody's freaking out looking for her. Mom's freaking out. Carol's freaking out. They found her. They ended up at a farm. The Herschel Green farm. Herschel's whatever. He doesn't want to think anything of it. He's got his own little plot of land. He's good. This, that, and the other. He's fine.
Oh, yeah.
And turns out that the barn is full of walkers that he thinks he can cure because he thinks they're still people.
Oh, gosh.
So he's got his wife in there.
Yep.
He's got one of his daughters in there.
And the daughters in
Turns
there.
out when they finally cracked the thing open, finally they just had enough of it because now at this point everyone knew because back then Maggie and Glenn were getting freaky anytime they could.
Yep.
And I think it was Glenn suggested they do it in the hayloft, in the barn. And Maggie doesn't think about it, and then she thought about it, and she remembered. Because Glenn had already taken off at that point. He's climbing up. Down below, the walker's just meandering. Glenn finds out, and then Maggie ends up behind him. She goes, you weren't supposed to see this. Okay, so now it ends up, then now Rick knows. Shane knows, Carol knows, everybody knows.
Oh, boy.
Daryl knows, but they don't want to, because now they're relatively safe. So they don't want to just break Herschel's rules and all that. Finally, enough was enough. They broke the lock on the farm.
Well, Shane did it.
Shane broke the lock. Shane's a hothead anyway. Yeah. AKA, he plays the Punisher in the Punisher show. So Shane, like, he's known for these characters. But yeah, Shane's a hothead. And mind you, this is also before he ended up turning, obviously. But breaks the lock, and now they're just, as they're coming out, they're...
What season was this?
Like, very beginning of 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
leaning
very beginning.
The only season I actually watched was season 4.
Yeah, so it's like before, but like everybody, like you're not missing much. It's still kind of wild. But they're just pop, shot, Rick shooting, Carol shooting. No, Carol's not shooting. Rick shooting, T-Dog shooting, Glenn shooting.
God, I remember T-Dog. That's way back.
You remember Amanda?
Vaguely.
The blonde?
Oh, yeah.
She's shooting. Daryl's shooting. And they think that's it. Then they hear shuffling, and one more's coming out. It's Carol's daughter.
Oh.
She turned.
Shit.
Carol wanted to go right up to her. Daryl had to grab her. Daryl held her down, held her away, turned her head away. Rick took the shot. And that ended that episode. I was like,
wow.
I was like, I knew that was going to happen, but that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And then Maggie, she's at the end of The Walking Dead, she's lost everything. The farm ends up getting overrun by walkers and set on fire. So she lost that. She watched her father get half beheaded by the governor.
Yep.
And this, yeah.
Yeah, the katana like just goes like
it
half.
got like here. So he's, quote, still alive, but then the governor grabs Herschel anyway. She's trying to crawl away and fully beheads him. So she watched that too while she's still shooting because he's got his forces. They're on the other side trying to take the prison.
Oh, gosh.
She watched her sister accidentally get shot.
Damn.
So that was something. And then she watched Negan cave her husband's head in.
Oh,
Who was Glenn?
That was...
Which that's where a lot of people stopped. But she lost everything.
Oh, yeah.
And then she ended up being the leader of one of the... So at that point, there was like 3 safe houses. There's like Treetop, Hilltop, whatever, another one, and then Alexandria, which is Rick's main group. She ends up being the leader of Hilltop. So she's got leader, this, that, and the other. So she's dealing with a lot of stuff. But she lost a lot.
Yeah.
But then she ended up connecting, not in a romantic way, but just like almost being co-leader of the entire group with Negan. So Walking Dead's kind of got wild, but those two, with the stuff they had to deal with, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Especially in that fucking situation.
Nope. So I know Walking Dead, great show.
Yeah.
So I actually thought of one as we were sitting there talking.
So it ended up being a Walking Dead rant, but I had to explain why these two powerful women. And then Carol ends up being the type of woman, she threatened a kid just because he was annoying her when they were in Alexandria.
I remember that.
She outright borderline, this is what happened. It's not like Santa, like Krampus coming in. It's like, dude, this zombie is going to kill you, or if it's not going to be the zombie, it's going to be me. Just because he's annoying the crap out of her. It's kind of great.
So, one of the characters I thought of, and it's from one of the good cartoons that we've definitely talked in length about on the show.
Yeah.
Back in season 1. Muriel from Courage the Cowardly
Yeah.
Dog.
Yes.
I
Absolutely.
mean, yeah, this sweet old woman who...
Until Eustace messes with Courage.
Yeah, exactly. You know, she's,
Crunch.
Yeah.
Ah,
she's a
what
sweet
did
old woman.
What did I do?
Oh, do, 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 do.
Right.
Ow!
And
What
then
did
just,
I do?
then just walks back carrying Courage and the rolling pin's busted.
Yeah. I just sit in the rocking chair, and it's just such a sweet old woman, and just one of those memorable female characters that, you know, sweet old woman that wants to take care of her family.
Yep.
And another quick one I got. Now, I would say this is probably one of the more important female characters in all of Marvel.
Okay.
Can you think of who I'm going to say?
Hang on. You already did Black Widow.
The clock is ticking.
I just want to see if you're going to guess it.
It's not Captain Marvel. Or whatever her name is.
No.
It's not She-Hulk. Is it She-Hulk?
No.
No. Hold on.
Scarlet Witch?
Is it Wanda?
Nope.
I mean, she's up there.
It's not even a superhero. Aunt May.
Oh, Aunt May.
Absolutely.
I mean, all the shit
In
that's
every single media.
Exactly, regardless of which version it is, or the younger one or the older one, all the shit that Peter Parker has to go through, being a teenager and going through university and being smart, trying to
She plays dumb through the whole thing, but she knows he's Spider-Man.
well, yeah, you know, and all the shit he has to go through with Uncle Ben dying and keeping his grades up and paying his rent and going through the fucking university
Pizza
and all
time.
this shit.
And I don't know, being Spider-Man.
Yeah, Aunt May is always there to support him and to calm him down. Because honestly, I think we all need people like that in our lives. When we're just at our breaking point, Aunt May is there to calm him down.
It's
Exactly.
that clip from The Amazing Spider-Man where she's just giving him a genuine hug and he just buries his face in her hair.
Exactly.
Definitely needed that.
Exactly.
Side note, that Aunt May from The Amazing Spider-Man is also the mom from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Interesting.
Yep.
Huh.
Same lady.
Yeah, you're right.
I just see Maze connecting the dots in his brain.
Shit, I've never thought about that.
Same woman.
Damn.
Would you also believe that Andrew Garfield's 40?
Shit.
Well.
Fuck.
Well, yeah, Aunt May. Very, very good character. Not even a superhero.
Listen.
Another good Aunt Cass from Big Hero 6.
I haven't seen that movie all the way through.
I haven't seen the whole movie either. I've seen the majority of
The
it. but-
only thing I remember is from was Kingdom Hearts 3, so I don't remember Jack.
Basically dealing with the two kids, their mother, I think their mother died or something. Like they didn't have family, so she took them in and raised them, and then like the whole Baymax thing comes in. She doesn't even bat an eye to it. She's like, "The fuck is this?" And the Baymax just a hairy baby, and just okay, cool.
Okay, cool. I got one thing to say about Aunt May.
What?
You do too much. You're not Superman, you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then the video game.
Take your mask off. I want to see my nephew.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Yep.
It hurts worse than the second one. I can't tell you why, because I think Maze wants to play it.
I'll sit down and play them at some point.
Do you want to know? Because it's like near the end.
What the hell? You might as well. I'll probably forget it. Anyway.
So, Miles and Martin Lee end up in Peter's mind. I'm not going to tell you how or why he's teaming up with the dude who killed his father. But he ends up in his mind. And they see Peter's breaking point. And in his mind, he's still being Peter. That's still Peter. He's still crying over Aunt May's body in that hospital bed.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Wishing he could have done more. He regrets the decision to save the city and not save her. And I'm just like, ouch.
Yeah.
I had to set the controller down for a minute after that. I love Aunt May. Aunt May's great. I don't care what media. Aunt May's great.
Yep. That's why I had to mention her.
See, I'm thinking superhero. Then you say not superhero. I'm like, wait.
Yeah. I was going to say, just because it's Marvel doesn't mean that there always have to be superheroes.
Yes, it does.
Huh?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Fucking Aunt May. There. She's not a superhero.
Yes,
Fuck
she is.
you.
Fucking Aunt May? Damn, dude. You must be desperate.
No. If you think about it, yes, she is.
Huh?
Yes, she is.
Well, yeah, in her own right.
Yes, she is.
You're right. I mean, not like the Marvel superheroes, but a superhero in her own right. But
She could take that haircut off of Captain Marvel and rip it off.
yeah.
Backsass Peter, I dare you.
Come on, buddy.
Come on, bud.
Yeah.
See, that's why I blocked my door, because at this point he'd probably run into my room and take a shit. It's not.
You got one. No, well, you did two. Did you do that?
I did too, yes. Muriel and Aunt May.
That's right. I forgot. We got on the Aunt May tangent. I just forgot. So this is going to be one of my additions because you had mentioned, I don't remember who you mentioned, but it was part of it. There's this, I don't know if she's in the comics, but she's in the show Gotham, and her name is Fish Mooney. She's kind of on the level of, she's a level below Carmine Falcone in the Gotham criminal hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty much the one who trained Cobblepot. He was her essential servant. She's the reason he's crippled.
Oh.
Because she took a sledgehammer to his knee and his ankle.
Shit.
Damn.
But she slowly loses everything. Cobblepot ends up getting into power over her. So she ends up on almost a paradise version of like Alcatraz Island. So it's like a prison, but the prisoners are treated like crap, and like the higher ups are in the paradise. But they use the prisoners' body parts to enhance their own bodies.
Weird.
Sounds fun.
But the only reason I put her on this list was because she ends up being picked. And she's also trying to persuade them to let her go off their island, let her off their island. So she had the conversation with the one guy, the head guy. They want her eyes. Okay. She's like, no, just no. He's persisting. She's like, all right, you can have it if you get it from this. Takes a spoon and scoops out her own eye.
Oh.
And sets it down. And then she ends up getting another one put in its place, but she scoops out her own eye. Tendon and all. I saw that happen. Like once her
Hashtag
she
no.
doesn't think about it. She does it, grabs it, boom, yank out. I'm like, what? And it's just staring at the dude.
Ow.
I was like, what? I don't fully remember what led up. I remember she ended up in that prison, and then that happened. And because one of the prisoners came back who she ended up close with, and this woman's got no eyes. And she's like, they took my eyes. And I was like, oh. So now they find out what they're there for. So essentially, Fish Mooney scooped out her own eye and just kept going on afterwards.
Oh.
Good idea. But yeah, she's put on the
Go
list.
get
just
the
for that.
four-legged gremlin.
I'm going to go pick up the cookies and cream boy.
Yeah.
Cookies and cream boy.
I am in Menakai's mic. It's mine now. Fuck you.
Yep. It's Suitcase's microphone now. What do I have for movies?
Hey, Scott the Gremlin.
Got the boy.
He's like, oh, Daddy's down here. Everybody's down here.
Yay.
Finally time for the true nap.
Oh, God.
He's sleeping with Buddy.
He's got the doggo. He's got the blankie. He's got the couch. He's good.
He's like, nope, I'm good.
Buddy Poppers. What's up, buddy?
Buddy is here.
Buddy's here.
It's like Smash Brothers.
So
Come here, buddy.
my next one, it's only because the end fight in Endgame. Tony Stark's wife, Pepper Potts.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, Pepper.
There you go.
Because she did, you don't think she's got it because I'm 95% sure none of it happened in Iron Man 1, 2, or 3 or in any Avengers game or movie. She shows up in the suit
Yeah.
and kicks the crap out of somebody, and then she has to literally watch Tony die in front of her face.
Yeah.
Also, Mr. Stark, we did it.
We won. It's Peter. We won, Mr. Stark.
Listen, I was fine with that entire scene with Pepper and him, and then Peter showed up and Peter opened his mouth.
Exactly.
I was fine, and then I was like, back of my eyes.
Heartstrings.
Back of my eyes started hurting. I'm not ashamed of it either, but I was fine until he happened.
Come here,
But yeah, that's my two.
buddy.
That's my two. I don't want to
Come here.
Oh, let's see here. I got a couple left.
What's up, buddy?
You know, I got one off the top of my head.
Ooh!
The original Pokemon girl, Misty.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who followed Ash to the end of the earth practically, all for a fucking bike.
Which, okay, let's think about it. Yeah, he did take it, but the bike getting fried, that was all Pikachu's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
And then let's be real, Jessie.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Like, those are the original Poke girls. Like,
Jesse didn't have a lot growing up. Jesse was poor.
no, Jessie really made her same. Well, James was rich, but not in like.
James was rich, but James was
Experience.
ignored.
James didn't have the love and experience, while Jessie had the love and the experiences, but no real. Come here.
No friends or nothing.
No real anything. I think James is arguably the best Pokemon trainer in the entire universe.
Yeah.
Like Ash loves his Pokemon, but James like adores his Pokemon.
I just want him to go back for Chimecho.
Yeah.
He never did. It upsets me.
Yeah.
I mean, Mime Jr.'s cool and all that, but he never went back for Chimecho.
Buddy, come here.
Can you think of any other characters you want to mention, Suitcase?
I can't think of too many more. I'm trying so hard.
I know.
Come on.
Got
Well,
so
that's why I
far,
really had to sit down and
but in the end, doesn't even matter.
Come on.
so
Boy, Poppers.
two I got. These girls are from both the same show.
Oh my God, you're cheating then. Well, I say that, but I just literally did two from The Walking Dead.
Exactly.
Yes.
So the two that I'm going to mention, Amy Farrah Fowler and Penny from Big Bang Theory.
There you go.
So Amy being
Penny.
Yeah.
Penny.
Benny.
And then Sheldon.
He don't know how to
Sheldon.
act. He don't know how to act.
Yeah.
Come here. Well,
But first off,
Wait, was Amy the one with Howie?
no, that was
That was Bernadette. That was
Bernadette.
Bernadette.
yeah.
I remember because
No, Amy is Sheldon's girlfriend.
Sheldon's girlfriend.
So literally the female version of Sheldon literally turn him into being
and also
just-
the complete opposite because she gave a crap.
yeah.
I hope I picked up that whole time.
No, it did.
Oh yeah.
It did. There's no line there.
Come here, buddy.
So yeah, Amy literally
there we
being
go.
the better half of Sheldon, finally grounding him to act like a human being, really, because him being such just an awkward nerd, turning him into an actual guy, a normal dude, kind of. I mean, in his own quirky way, of course.
Yeah.
Because she had a lot of quirky stuff about her too. And
She was thirsty, by the way.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. There was the one point where she wanted him to spank her, and he saw it as punishment, but she was enjoying it. And then Sheldon finally caught on. Are you enjoying this?
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
And then obviously Penny being the one that kind of grounded him and kind of calmed him down, which is weird because they both had, and I've mentioned this before, they both had a brother-sister kind of relationship.
It was interesting to see too because like at first the two of them just hated each other, and like they really grew as like you said, a brother-sister pair. It was really interesting to watch their characters become like at first like pieces of a puzzle that never fit, and then like just absolute just click.
Yep. Polar opposites of each other, and somehow they get along with each other.
Penny.
Yep, exactly.
Benny.
But those are mine. That's all I got, unfortunately.
Buddy.
So this one tied in with Kim Possible because it reminded me a show that on paper boys wouldn't really watch, but it turns out to be a great show. The Powerpuff Girls.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, sure, they're like little pokey old kindergartners. They could kick anybody's face in,
Yep.
and they just had to deal with it. But
I actually just saw a clip of when Bubbles was Mojo Jojo.
She's
talking like this, and I am going to do this, and I am Mojo Jojo.
yes, I love it.
Butters.
Betty Butters.
So I know second best villain was Fuzzy Lumpkins.
Yeah.
Get off my property.
Him was funny though.
Him was great.
What about him?
I'm weird, and I wed the puff thing.
The buff thing.
I'm gonna go into the one that I had from my book just because I'm reading the series itself right now, and she turned into one annoying little sister to one of the best female characters,
Okay.
and that is Arya Stark.
Oh, you're reading Game of Thrones?
Yep.
Wiener.
Went from she watched her father get beheaded.
Hell yeah.
She doesn't know where her to put it to where her bastard brother is, and that's Jon Snow. She's pretty much going through word of mouth of where her brother who's gone to war is. She doesn't know where her older sister is. She hopes her mother is with her brother. She doesn't know nothing. She's masquerading around as a boy. She's been bounced around between arguably almost a dungeon-like castle named Harrenhal with some of the worst people imaginable. And now she's
Come here, buddy.
pretty much
Buddy.
traveling with the former right-hand man of Joffrey Lannister, who the dude played Joffrey so well that he got death threats and had to quit acting for a while. So Joffrey's a little douche nugget, but she's gone through a whole lot, and now she's just kind of dealing with it. And she's always ready to punch somebody in the face. And Buddy's he's finally just chilled
For like 2 seconds.
Never mind.
That's Buddy for you.
Yeah.
He hangs out with you for 2 seconds.
What a little fucking gremlin.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm like officially like halfway through the whole thing, and she's grown. She's just dealing with a whole bunch of stuff, and she's ready to slit your throat.
Jeez.
Like she's already like he's warned her multiple times because this dude's face is half burnt, but his name is the Hound. She's always thinking of ways to kill him in his sleep, but he never sleeps now. He'll act like it because she had brought up a jagged rock and his eyes shot open. He took that rock from her like take candy from a baby. What did he find?
I don't know.
Buddy.
But yeah, that's my tune.
I was gonna say, do you have more?
I have like four more.
I could think of.
I have 4 more movie ones and 2 from TV.
Holy crap.
Wow, yeah, a lot more than I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, one I just thought of, Carly from iCarly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in that same
Honestly.
level, I'd raise you, Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just those two characters in general because, at first when you watch it, it's like, am I going to watch this show? And then you actually sit down and watch it. Okay, I dig this show. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, even if she acted like Megan. But
She was Megan.
yeah,
No, you could throw Megan on that list too, technically.
true. Same character, but yeah. Enjoyed her character and enjoyed the show back in the day. But what else you got, buddy?
Yeah, I'm just go right down my list.
You might as well.
Could do Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob too.
Yeah.
That's fucking true.
Yeah.
That's actually another polar opposite of SpongeBob because they both like karate.
Yeah.
She was from the...
It's karate.
Yeah. She was from the surface, he was from the water, and they kind of,
He was
introduced
a skater
each-
boy. She said, "See you later."
she was just...
I want to go home.
Oh.
Yeah, and
wanna
they introduced each other to their culture. So,
Peas in a can pie.
yep.
People from Texas are dumb.
Yeah, who needs dumb old Texas? What did you say? Should I start running now?
Okay, Pinhead, you're next.
I say I'm Dirty Dan.
Who am I?
Which one of you?
Stupid. No, I'm Texas.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Which one of you is the real Dirty Dan?
I'm Dirty Dan.
Yeah.
Butter.
All right.
Bart Hubbard.
What do you got, brother?
So I'm gonna do movies because there's more. The general of the army in Black Panther, the bald lady.
There you
Oh,
go.
Okoye.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
She faced her own husband just in battle just to save Wakanda.
Yep. Oh, yeah, she didn't give a shit.
Wakanda forever.
And
Wakanda forever.
in that same vein, specifically in the second movie, because the first one, whatever, the Queen from Wakanda,
Yep.
because she lost all of it.
Yep.
She doesn't know where her daughter's at. She's lost her son. That speech she gave, I've seen that TikTok a few times. I'm like, yeah. She's the queen of the most powerful nation in the world, and she's got nothing to show for it.
Buddy.
And I'm surprised.
buddy.
I'm almost surprised she wasn't mentioned,
Buddy.
at least by Suitcase.
Oh.
Hermione.
Damn, you're right.
I actually had a Harry Potter one in mind, and then I forgot about it, and now I remembered it. Now that you said Hermione, Professor McGonagall.
Yes,
And then-
her too. I was going to say
Yep.
her, but then just the fact that Hermione survived getting tortured and didn't say a word
Can I also
put her over.
Can I also say Mrs. Weasley?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Literally,
there you go.
literally raising a family of all these people,
Wait,
dealing
what?
with all this stress, sees Harry and just goes, "Oi, lad, you're a family member now
That's
too.
my
Get
thing.
over here."
And then Bellatrix Lestrange throws a curse at her daughter, and she just goes full protective mama bear and kills Bellatrix,
Yep.
who is arguably next to Voldemort the most baddest witch on the planet.
Yep.
Also, can we also talk about the fact that the movies kind of ruined their death? Because in the movie, Voldemort kind of fades off as if he's like some mystical dude. In the books, it doesn't happen because in the books, he's still just a guy. In the books, he just falls over. And they put his body in the catacombs.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the way he died in the movie, though. I like the
I liked
the
it.
paper flecking off, like the skin flecking off like
but
paper.
He ended up turning more almost like a serpent, just because of all the things he was doing to his body.
Yeah,
But he's still just a dude. So, like in the movie, Harry hits him with the curse. He just falls over. Nothing happens. I'm like, you know what? All this badness, he's still just a dude.
You're right.
So they put his body in the catacombs afterwards. But also, Mrs. Weasley losing one of the twins.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's crazy at the same time. Like one of the twins dies, and then like almost shortly after, she's still there for Harry at the
Yep.
end of it. It's just
Yep.
like,
Yep. And another one, just because we mentioned her in, she was on my list to begin with, but Gamora, just in general.
yeah,
And in that, no, over Gamora, Nebula. Nebula's ignored. Nebula is ignored by Thanos over Gamora.
Yeah.
So Nebula over Gamora.
You're right. No, you're right.
She has she's 95% cyber, but she's still human.
Yep.
Quote unquote human. And for my TV show, number 1, Katara.
Yes.
Damn, there's a lot of
Katara.
girls I miss.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
you're
about,
right.
I'm like, you know what? And I would have put, you could put Toph on that list too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
She's
true.
a blind earthbender. What does she have to deal with? A lot.
Mm-hmm.
I would have put Azula on that list, but she's just crazy psycho.
Yeah, can't you see that? No.
No. I would have put Azula on there, but she's just crazy psycho. That doesn't make her a strong-willed character. She's just crazy psycho.
You're right. Yeah.
Like, she's a cool character, but she's just crazy psycho. And that doesn't count. And this one, it's like, I've only seen the show, I think, out of us 3. But there's this show called Van Helsing. So now, essentially, it's perpetual night because the volcano under Yosemite has erupted.
Wow.
So now the vampires that are in hiding are now taking over the entire world.
Oh, shit.
And the original Dark One, the very first, most powerful, it's Dracula. But
no shit.
they know the lines of the Van Helsings, which in this world, that's actually happened. The lead female is a direct descendant of the Van Helsings and pretty much has supernatural powers to stop all of the 4 Dark Ones that are key to resurrecting Dracula. Does so. And then last season kind of throws everything out the window. She gets even weirder powers, and the fight with Dracula is not that cool. They made Dracula a girl, too, which
That's kind of weird.
didn't hate, but also
Interesting.
didn't like. Because then she ended up posing as the president of the United States. So now, essentially, the entire world is run by Dracula. But no, she had to deal with a lot because she found out she had a sister. She had to kill her sister for some other reason. So now she's got
Interesting.
her closest ally is now against her because he was having a thing with her sister. And just kind of, she had to deal with a lot. And then she lost her daughter. Turns out her daughter was turned into a vampire and didn't want anything to do with her. Just got her daughter back, and turns out her powers, which could bring vampires back into being human or somewhat human. Now the vampires can't go in direct sunlight, even if it's the dark sunlight that you get from this world. So she also watched her daughter then burn up in front of her.
Yikes.
Show was kind of good till last season, but yeah.
Damn.
And that was my list. Great show. Great show.
Well, women.
Yeah.
That's how you end it. Just, well, women.
Women. A lot of them are cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of badass female characters.
I could, at least at this point, throw in Tony Soprano's wife from The Sopranos because she deals with a lot of crap.
Come here, Butters.
But I'm not far enough to make that full assessment yet.
Butters.
But I could throw her in just for that kind of aspect. But yeah, that's my list.
Yeah.
I've got a dog in my lap.
Hell yeah, dog. Time.
I can't think of any more either. But one of the things I did want to mention. This is off the subject of strong
No.
female characters.
Meat and potato topic's over. Now on to
No
rambling.
more women.
Now on to rambling.
Well, one of the things I was going to mention.
I threw my notebook as emphasis.
We finally have started uploading stuff to our gaming channel. I've started doing a Pokemon hack playthrough, and Suitcase, you said you were working on some stuff you wanted to record, right?
Yeah, I was thinking of doing a couple things.
So
I can't wait for your nice, calm edited footage, and then me just absolute raw dogging footage.
yeah. Well, I'm trying to keep my voice balanced.
Yeah.
Because for some reason the game, even though I have the volume all the way down, the game is ungodly freaking loud. So I have to put my voice up there and try to not have it so freaking just the whole time I'm sounding like this. I'm trying to
You would play the game
trying to
Pokemon.
Welcome back to episode 3 of Pokemon Crystal Clear.
Yeah.
Pikachu!
exactly. So trying to balance my voice out.
Just spike the audio.
I want
Like
to
the whole thing.
yeah. I want to record Sonic Adventure, but that's another one where the game is so freaking loud.
So I will point blank say a lot of my stuff was probably going to be live streaming unless I do Switch stuff or I quote unquote hack my Xbox.
Yeah.
But I got stuff ready. Stuff down the pipe. Can I make the announcement for the one I voiced for all three of us to do?
What?
That's sports entertainment related. Because that's going to be a big thing.
True.
I don't know how we're going to do it yet, but we can do it.
All right, what's the idea?
So, these two know about it because I voiced it in chat. Sometime soon-ish, there's going to be
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
a 3-man general manager competition mode in WWE 2K24. Do we want to vote reveal who's doing what show, who's doing what manager?
I have no idea what
We'll
I'm picking.
eventually do
We'll
that.
mention
once
that.
actually
So
do it.
I've got 2 planned.
I guess.
We got to figure out stuff for Suitcase, which this is going to get entertaining because Suitcase doesn't know.
I know jack
thing
shit
about
about wrestling.
But what we're going to do is one of these days we're going to record either on a live stream or what have you, a triple threat elimination match between a representative of one of the 3 of us. Loser, first one eliminated, is the very last one to do a draft pick. The winner is number 1. The runner-up is number 2, obviously. And then what we're going to do is pick from the pool of wrestlers that are available in the game, or do it randomized, I don't know yet,
Buddy.
and build your roster that way. And may the best show win throughout one solid year of WWE 2K24 MyGM mode.
Yep.
From WrestleMania to WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think that'd be an interesting.
That'd be kinda
thing
cool.
to record. Yep, we have ideas and things planned, folks.
This is going to be so fun. I cannot wait
Check
for
out our
Watch,
next-
this is going to be one Suitcase just wins.
I can see that.
He just
Like,
wins.
he
I
wins
think-
all of them.
I like the guy with the funny pants.
I can see
And
that.
it's like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, okay.
He picks like one of the worst wrestlers of all time.
Somebody call my mama. Somebody call my mama.
Sadly,
Sadly,
he's
he's-
not in the game.
He's not in wrestling anymore, actually.
That makes
yeah,
me sad.
he's long gone.
But,
But yeah,
well-
folks,
well-
check out our gaming page, Maximum Mouthage Gaming.
Speaking of, I'm going to put stuff on there. You got to give me the credentials for that. Because right now, I think only you 2 know it.
Oh shit! I thought you may have to give.
It
him
might be in chat. I'll find it.
It might be in chat. I think I said it actually straight to you. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Because if I'm gonna
send it to chat. So
Because
yeah,
if
he
I'm
can do it.
gonna do like, if we end up doing like a co-op or whatever Pokemon, I'm gonna need to do my episode of it
yeah.
or what have you. So I'm gonna need to upload. But yeah,
Yep. So
I told you it's gonna be sometime 2025. We got it going, folks.
yep. Now I would say I think we should do the schedule that Suitcase mentioned. We'll do a podcast this week. Next week we're going to focus on our gaming channel. And then the week after that we can do another podcast because we're actually almost done with season 3. Once you get done with season 3, I've mentioned it before of getting guests on here. I'm going to hardcore.
Let me ask this outright: do you want season 3 to be wrestling part 2?
If we can get him on here.
All I gotta do is let him know.
Yeah. We can do it.
Good deal. I'll talk to him. Actually, I got him on Facebook. I'll talk to him like.
So
tonight.
it won't be this coming
It'll be next
Saturday. It'll be the Saturday.
after. I
Yeah,
just wanted to
we
make
can do
that
that.
certain. To just
I
get-
could also
get that out
see if
there
any
now.
of the boys are available for that Saturday.
Fuck yeah,
too.
that'd be
Yeah.
Yeah, so
This
Well,
one, I
well-
guarantee you, I will be here whether I'm sick or not. I don't care if I get anybody
Yeah,
else.
exactly.
I will be on this one.
yeah. No, so I really hardcore want to try to get some schedules lined up, some messages sent to try to
Well, you got one.
to try to get some
Well,
more
no,
guests
you
on
got
the
2.
show.
You got 2, actually. You got a guy with a beard and you got Pastor.
True. Very true. So I really do want to try to get more people on here through season 4. It was just kind of difficult to do it through the holidays and
Yeah.
like Thanksgiving and Christmas and things like that. So it's like, okay, now the schedule's going to get a little bit more clear.
Now everything's a little simmered down. People can be like, okay, we're good now.
Yeah.
So question, because now I'm thinking about things. If you can get Discord on there, could people, if you could VC somebody and have it digitally done, would it be able to be transferred through your laptop into the board? Like, would they hear it through Audacity?
You might just have to trial run that.
Because if so,
I know I have no idea what he's got in his mouth.
Because if so, I could just be like, I know the people that invited me to their podcast. Maybe I could be like, hey, would you like to come on?
That would be cool. I don't know. I have no idea how to do it.
See if the one guy would be available to come do on Saturday. He's obviously not from around here, but like it'd be cool if we can get it to work through there, and
that would. Be
I could
cool.
be like, hey, you want to come?
Worst comes to worst, we may just have to use the one mic plugged into the computer itself.
Yeah,
because I tried having 3 of these mics connected to the computer at the same time, but it doesn't work.
Yeah,
only one reacts at a time. So even if we can do it like that, it can work.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'd be down.
I should message
yeah, dude. Because Manikai, do you know about the story with him doing that podcast?
I don't think so. Oh, did I tell you there was an advancement in that too? So
sorry, I had to pick up a notebook.
He contacted me. Well, we've been talking because I'm going to go to PAX with him in May.
Dope.
Oh, so that's who you're going with.
He invited me to go to PAX. So here's the cool thing. He works for a hotel chain, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, the hotel room's booked. I'm like, okay, cool. How much do I owe you? He goes, nothing. I was like, what do you mean? He sends me a picture. Confirmation for 5 nights at a hotel. $900 bill reduced down to $6.
Bro,
he gets nights for free, and he basically got us a two bed room with a pull-out couch so we could fit 3 people in there for free for 5 days.
Bruh.
And
it's fucking awesome.
And it's literally like 15 minutes away from the convention center.
Bro.
That's dope.
So like
we're
gonna spend money on Ubers and stuff, but like we're not gonna have to spend $900 on a fucking hotel room.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So, and I'm getting my badge this weekend. My parents are actually picking my badge up for me as my Christmas/birthday present for the year. So, I'm happy. It's going to be a great... All I got to do is buy my flight to Boston. And yeah, there's an announcement for any of the mouthers. If any mouth-maniacs are going to be at PAX East, you could come meet Suitcase.
AKA the real life Pepino.
Real life Pepino spaghetti.
Which I will be in Pepino cosplay.
Yes. Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm going to be cooking the pizza.
Yeah,
well, on top of that, the people that he talked to through that podcast, he actually became obviously friends with.
Yeah.
There you
through
go.
the podcast. So it's like, hell yeah, if they want to.
Well, and that's why I was like, that's why I was thinking like I could maybe get Queenie on here at least. That's why I was like, if we can get Discord to patch into the Audacity and like work that audio, we could actually like have an interview or a talk with them. And excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm still coughing and shit. I'm not fully recovered.
Oh, so I can have him do the one thing. It's been a couple weeks. We were going to ask Suitcase a certain question I just thought of.
Oh no, what is it?
What's that game you play?
Limpus Company?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch
weak.
that. What? I didn't catch that. What?
That was weak.
Limpus Company!
And with that,
I feel better now.
With that, we can end the episode, folks.
You guys can suck my left ass cheek.
Yo, you remember when he screamed earlier and we got rid of it? That's what that